We have life force inside of us. In the Eastern world it is called prana, ki or chi. It flows inside of us and around us. We have 7 major vortices of this energy called chakras, but in reality this energy flows into every corner of our body, into every cell. The proper flow of this energy is important for our health, because if we have blockages of this energy, we can develop illness. First, we get minor symptoms like constantly being tired or frequent headaches, but at the long run, if the blockage persists, we can develop physical illness or problems in our spiritual life. Therefore, it is in our best interest that the flow of this energy in our body is optimal. And we can achieve that in many different ways. One of the simplest ways is to eat proper food, to have a healthy diet. But sooner or later we will develop certain blockages, and the obvious technique to get rid of them would be, for example, acupuncture and acupressure. Also, energy healing techniques have quite good results in dealing with this kind of problems. But there is something we can bring into our day-to-day life that is also very beneficial for preventing and even healing these kind of blockages. That techniques are best represented in something called Tai Chi. Tai Chi was first developed as a martial art, but nowadays the majority of those that practice Tai Chi practice it not because it's a martial art, but because it's beneficial for our health. Tai Chi teaches us many things, but for me the most important ones are balance, because without balance we cannot coordinate our body in an efficient way. Then coordination, because without that we cannot perform certain necessary move with ease and graciousness. And then there is a flow of movement and a flow of energy. If you have the time and the energy to practice Tai Chi, I strongly recommend so. I think that it would be greatly beneficial for your physical and also not physical health. But maybe you are like me. I found out about Tai Chi and its health benefits when I was over 40. But I've also found enough excuses not to practice it. Because you have to have a lot of dedication to practice Tai Chi on a day-to-day basis. But nonetheless, I managed to take those principles and integrate them into everyday life. Because you can walk, run, work in the garden, do vacuuming around the house, and still follow the same principles. Because the first 2 principles are helping you with the third one. The third one that is the most important, and that is the flow. Because our body, like almost anything in the nature, was not designed to work in such a manner as we Westerns think that our body should work. It was designed to work with continuous flows. Let me give you an example. Let's try to wave. Let's make a simple wave, left to right. Let's do this. Now when you stop, you can feel every muscle in your hand, every bone in your hand. Now let's do something different. Do the similar move, but pretend that you are writing an 8 or an infinity sign. You can do this as fast as you want, but you won't feel the stress that you felt when you were doing the simple left and right move. And this is important. Every flow of the energy must be a continuous flow without abrupt stop and goes. And the same goes for our movements. When we do, for example, exercises in our Western world, we do a lot of exercises that have abrupt movements. And in my opinion, that's wrong. I do not have knowledge or education in this field. I cannot tell you in a scientific manner why is it so. I just feel energies, and I'm not prepared to apologize for that. And the feel of the flowing energy in a flowing movement of our body is totally different than the feel of energy in abrupt movements of our body. That creates blockages of our energy. It puts a lot of stress into our muscles and especially our joints, but it also creates blockages in our energy flow. Therefore, I'm sad to see so many people over 70 especially, but sometimes over 50 or 40, that walk around like robots. Okay, I understand people have problems, physical problems in life, and I'm not making fun of them. I'm just saying that we should do as much as we can to prevent this kind of situation to happen. Let me give you an example. Imagine if you can picture old Chinese people in the park practicing Tai Chi. If you never saw that, go watch a video on internet. Those movements are a continuous, gracious flow. Now, let's picture our Western elders that nowadays, at least in Slovenia, and I'm so glad that it's happening, are gathering in parks in the morning and doing some sort of exercises. And I'm glad they do that. But I'm also sad because I see that they are doing the same exercises that caused the problem in the first place. They are doing short, abrupt movements that don't dissolve blockages but cause them. Maybe you will say, Simon is criticizing us again. But I'm not criticizing the people. I'm criticizing the society. I'm criticizing the society way of doing things because it's not the right way. But fortunately, we do have the right approach to these things, to our life force. The right way was found in the East. And my suggestion is to look at it in Tai Chi. And even if you don't practice Tai Chi, use the same principles in the most common Western everyday tasks. So my friend, I wish you a smooth flow of your energies and your movements so that your life can flow in the best possible way.